If any of you have watched the news, at least this summer, you've heard of at least one hot car death that's taken place. On most occasions, the adult, the parent, whoever has the child, said that they just forgot the child was in the car. I'm still trying to understand how you could leave a child in a car and not realize they're there. Today I just want to let you know how this topic became so important to me, why it's a pet peeve of mine, and just give you a little bit of awareness to kind of help you understand that hot car deaths isn't something that we should take lightly. First, just how it became my pet peeve. God blessed me with a little boy over a year ago. Children have always tugged at my heartstrings, but now that I'm a parent, I can actually really relate to the situations, and it really gets me upset every time I hear about, a child being left in a car. I'm constantly checking the back seats anywhere I'm going. Even when I get out, even if I know I don't have my child, I'm still looking in the back seat just to make sure. If I go somewhere and my son's asleep and the errand's simply not important, I'll just put it off till next time. I want to give you a little bit of statistics to kind of help you, with some awareness. It's probably stuff that you didn't know because I didn't know before I researched it. But in 2014 alone, there's been 26 heat stroke deaths just in children. 2013, there was 44. Yes, we've gone down, but it still doesn't help the situation. The average number of U.S. heat stroke deaths in children since 1998 is 38. Now, a little statistic that will probably shock you. The total number of heat stroke deaths in children since 1998 is 632. To me, that's 632 too many. The Department of Meteorology and Climate Control at San Jose University did a study, and they were figuring out what was the excuse. Why were these kids left in the car? And over 50% of the parents or caregivers said that they just forgot the child was there. Nextly, the child was left unsupervised. The child somehow got in the car, the parent didn't know where the child was, and they somehow locked themselves inside the car. Then the child might have been left on purpose. We hate to believe this could happen, but it does still happen. And lastly, there was a small, under 1%, that was just undetermined. They couldn't figure out how the child died. I want to let you know why it bothers me so much, to the point that it is my biggest pet peeve. Saying that you simply forgot a child, to me, is not a good excuse. There's a case going on in Georgia right now where a man works at the Home Depot corporate office. He takes his son with him every day, but yet one day the child got left in the car. He was in the car for 8 hours before he discovered his son unconscious and dead in the back seat. What was his excuse? His excuse was that he forgot. He's now being charged with murder in this case. I feel that any parent, any caregiver, they should check their back seats for many reasons. I know they have reasons why they don't. Maybe they say, I got too busy and I forgot. Some people say, I had too much on my mind. I understand that that can happen, but to me, that's just not an excuse. They also say, I did. I left my kid on purpose. I wanted, a free life, and it was something that I just didn't want to deal with. We have to be honest with ourselves. It does happen. Hot car deaths, they bother me the most because they can be prevented. It's not a situation that is hard to prevent. As long as parents, caregivers, they're aware of their surroundings, they know where they're going, they're looking around where they're going, and even the one thing they could do is make a checklist. Make a checklist of the places you got to go. Put the kid on the checklist. It may sound silly, but it can save lives. I hope I've helped you today understand a little bit about car deaths, some statistics, and I hope that I've let you know why it bothers me the most. It is my greatest pet peeve because it can be prevented. As long as you double check your back seat, slow down when you're going places. Just think, we've had 26 deaths just this year from heat stroke victims. And why not bring awareness to it so next year we might not have 26. We'll have less, maybe none. And then maybe it won't even be a pet peeve of mine at all. I once learned a saying, and I've always said it to myself, and I hope, it'll help you. Maybe you can share it with somebody. But I've always heard, beat the heat and check the back seat. Thank you.